Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Insane Gorilla. And this is a new part of what if Deku was in Mandalorian. I know I said I was going to do the, Halo Spartan one. I'm currently putting everything together at the minute, so that hopefully that should be out this week coming up. Hopefully. Not saying it will be, I'm hoping it will be. That's if life doesn't get in the way. But I want to quickly round out the story on Lafol quickly. So, where we last left off is Deku facing off against Emilia's mother. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. Here we go. As Deku was fighting Emily's mother, the alarms on the prison start going wild. There's dark troopers, normal stormtroopers, scout troopers, all this and the other started mobilizing throughout the entire prison. It was quite contrarily a massive trap. As well, the stormtroopers find Zuko, Deku, and Emily's mother, named Mara, sorry, not Mira. They both, all the stormtroopers and scout troopers start, firing at Deku, with him force pushing Mara away to deflect some of the laser bolts, with him taking down quite a few squads. Then lightning the rest of them. With, Emily, Idril, and the two boys, which I have not I think I came up with a name for them, but I can't remember them, sorry. With the two boys just running. As they would just find a squadron, or 2 to 3 squads of stormtroopers, with a few scout troopers along with them. As the boys and Idril would lay down covering fire, while Emily would just deflect laser bolts back at the Imperials. As Idril would say, God, oh, for goodness sake, where's a grenade when I need it? As one of the boys just jokingly passed her a grenade, saying, "Here you go, you wanted one? Fire away." As Emily would say, "Not funny, boys. It's not the time for you to start joking around when our lives are at risk." As the two boys would just say, "Yeah, we know." As one of them would receive a glancing blow to a shoulder. As Idril would just shout, "Hey kid, you okay?" With him just saying, "Yeah, just got a glancing blow to the armour. Still operational." As he would return to shoot the Imperial that shot him not getting a glancing blow on his armour, he gets hit smack in the chest, with him laying off a small grunt as he hits the floor. With one of the, scout troopers then lobbing his own grenade, saying, "Eat this, Mandalorian scum. Well, you Mandalorian scum." The grenade would actually just blow up behind Idril, engulfing one of the boys. As Emily would just shout, saying no, as she would force pull the Imperial towards her, and run him through the lightsaber. Ezra would, well, get the pistol and she would start dual wielding, start wielding the pistol as she would move forward. So using the walls to her advantage as she would shoot, take cover, then shoot again. Dropping one Imperial near her as he would drop his blast, his main weapon, or his main blaster, as she would start dual wielding them. As they were doing that, Deku was in his own sort of kind of firefight, but kind of lightsaber battle with the Imperial Inquisitor and the Imperial squads. As more and more squads just came down upon him. Eventually, he just fully had enough, force pushed Mara into a holding cell and shuts the door. As he would run straight for the Imperial soldiers that were shooting at him. And, well, a few minutes later, Mara cuts herself out of her prison cell as she sees the carnage of Imperials everywhere with lightsaber cuts all over the place. As Deku would walk out of the smoke, because there was quite a bit of smoke, because he cut a few pipes to cover the eyes of the Imperials. As he would say, now that those distractions are out the way, let us finish our battle. With Mara being a little scared, because with the Imperials, with the regular soldiers now completely dead, he could start tormenting her with just having one hand behind his back and not really taking her seriously. The only reason why he was taking her more seriously is because she had backup and they were causing a bit of a problem. As she would say, before we start, what truly makes you so stronger than me? These Imperials feared me. The other Inquisitors feared me. I was second to the Grand Inquisitor and Lord Vader himself. So what makes you so more stronger than I? With Deku just responding, saying, easy. I walk between both light and dark. I am the grey area of both light and dark. I strike the balance. I don't need to explain that to a Sith who's only focused on cruelty. I teach this to the people who are worthy of it. As he would cut her lightsaber in half and walk off, after proceeding to knock her out, of course. With him meeting up with Vigil and the two boys. After the grenade went off, well, they had to recover for a bit. The boy, they got hit with a grenade. He walked off with cuts, bruises, and a few quite severe burns. He covered himself pretty quick. As they proceed to go back to La Folle and the same settlement, where they see settlements people run up towards them, see if they're okay. And they also see the ghost crew and, well, the shuttle that they also arrived in, with the prisoners all around it. The same man that they saw, well, what Deku saw, leading them. As he looks up, and he could quite clearly, Deku could quite clearly see him pointing as all the prisoners start walking. As well, the settlement of, well, the people of Tarkin Town look up and see them as well, as they all start walking towards them. Sorry, guys, just yawned in that part. As the ghost crew mostly walk out, bar one. No, bar three of them this time. Changed my mind halfway through that, I'm sorry. As they would all start walking also towards Deku, the Jedi girl, that they still don't know the name of, and, well, the two Mandalorians. And Deku as well. As well, a Rodian, well, a Rodian, a human, and a, well, a Zabrak walk up towards them. As the Zabrak says, "Welcome to the village of Tarkin Town again. I hear you guys are not newcomers yourselves, but explorers of the type." As he would look towards Idril, as he says, "Ma'am, I suggest you get some more clothes on. No offence, but some of the younger chaps here will find that a bit too, you know, I should say, Mandalorian girl's gotta do what she's gotta do to survive sometimes. Losing the armor, yeah, big guy over here's got that for me." As he would look over to a hooded figure with a mask, as he would look over to Idril, saying, "Oh, I don't have your armor with me. I didn't even know you got captured." And she'd just sigh and say, "Whatever, it was a joke. It was a joke, love. It was a joke." And she would just proceed to walk past him. She says, "I'll meet you near our new friends. And hopefully not kill them all if they try to do anything." As Emily and the two boys would walk up towards him, along with the Rodian and, well, the Rodian, Zabrak, and the human. As they will all say simultaneously, "Is she always like that?" With Deku just proceeding to say, with a sigh, "Yeah, she's always like that. But hey, when we first met, she was wearing a lot less than that." As, well, Emily would just proceed to elbow him, saying, "The kids don't need to know that." As they would say, just simply say, "Uncle, you have some very weird taste in women." As they would just proceed to walk off and walk after Idril. With Emily proceeding to follow, saying, "I hope you. Do you think you two are getting out of your chores? Get back here, you two." As they would proceed to run, saying, "Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. We ain't doing our chores. Not now. We're just going to go to the ship and go to sleep." As all three of them just run off. With Emily proceeding to shout, "Get your asses back here!" With leaving Deku behind as he just stands there and sighs once again, saying, "If it's not one, it's the other." Sorry, guys. With the Zabrak's just saying, reminds me of the Dathomirian witches on Dathomir, the Night Sisters. As Deku would just say, "You're a Night Brother, aren't you? From the history I can tell, From the Clone Wars, the Night Brothers were the only dominant group on Dathomir. With this one just saying, I know. Rhydonia is where we mainly go to now. Dathomir is where we were all born and raised. Rhydonia is where where the rest of our species just dwells now. It's no biggie, but just not many of us wish to go back there again. Night Sisters were brutal. As Deku would say, yeah, the one with the blonde hair, she's a Night Sister. With the Zabrak saying, "Oh, great, then why is she a Jedi?" As Deku would say, her mother was a Jedi. She was born to a Jedi exile, and an actual Jedi herself. Her mother fell to the dark side of the Force. As Deku just proceeds to walk off, as he gets to the ship, Vigil arguing with the same guy. As Idril would just say, I don't care, this ship does not belong to you. It's a Mandalorian vessel, and that belongs to Mandalorians. Which is me, these two boys, and Mandalore himself. It's the same guy who Deku, quote unquote, set free from prison, just says, yeah, right. I don't care, this ship now belongs to us. We found it first, rightfully now belongs to us. I don't see your name on it, missus. As Deku would walk up saying, what's the problem? As Idril would say, oh, these guys said they are now the owners of our ship. With Deku proceeding saying, yeah, you're not. You're not the ones who piloted it here. I was. And it's quite clearly voice locked. All the Navi computers, everything is voice locked. It needs a voice identification to, clear you guys in. I'm the one with the voice. So you can't get in there unless I let you in. So get off the ramp to the ship. Go and cause problems for the Imperials elsewhere. Go before, as he activates a lightsaber, things get nasty. And I'm all gun-ho for him cutting you all down to size. Just because you escaped prison doesn't mean you haven't been on Hoth for 3 whole years training. And that is even colder than anywhere else that I know of. So yeah, get out of our way. As everybody would proceed to immediately skedaddle, because a lot of them have seen Deku in combat through security cameras, through security camera points, where they can actually have video footage. They saw him doing all sorts of things to the Imperials when he was holding them off and holding a Sith Inquisitor off. That made all of them say, hell to the nah, we ain't dealing with him. If he turns his lightsabers on us, we're screwed. As they all proceed to leave, as Deku just says, good. Let's go and cause trouble for the Imperials somewhere else. I think the spaceport has enough ships for you all to get in. As they would proceed to go towards the spaceport. Heavily armed and armoured. Why? Screw it. as well. Here's here. So, you not only managed to free 200 prisoners, but you also managed to free the Richard family and the former governor of Lafal. Very well done, Mandalore. As you proceed to look over to see, well, Kanan looking at him. As Ezekiel would just say, huh, what's your name again? Kanan Jarrus? As Kanan Jarrus would just say, yeah, that's me. Nice to see that you remember me. As Deku would just say, I remember the voice, but I don't remember the eye cover, that's for sure. Or the eye covers. As Kanan would proceed to say, yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about this. I'd like to look at you with my own eyes, but at the minute, I'm blind. Sith assassin blinded me. We're currently looking for, well, a place to lay low for a bit. Lafal was the best place at the minute, but with the Imperials ramping up patrols to find us, it may not be, well, easy anymore to, you know, find a place to hide. As Ezra, Richard, and his parents, along with Sabine and Zeb, all walk out. Oh, and plus the former governor of Lafal. As Ezra just says, thank you, Mandalore. Thank you for getting my parents out of that prison. I owe you a debt of gratitude. If you ever need the crew of the Ghost crew, don't be afraid to contact us. I'll be more than glad to pay my debt off. With Kanan just shouting, Ezra, don't just start bargaining away our lives. With Deku just saying, you don't need to start bartering your lives away. Just keep on giving the Imperials a bit of trouble. As Ezra would just say, wait, what's that ship approaching us? Well, they would see a blue ship with black outlinings with a symbol on the side saying Systems Alliance. As well, it would land nearby. This causing Idril, Deku, and everybody else to, well, get all the weapons ready. As it would, well, fully land, letting out a little bit of a hiss as the door, well, stays shut for a bit. As they could hear rustling on the other side, somebody's just saying, but sir, this is an unknown world. We don't even know if it's friendly or not. With a voice shouting, you idiots, shut up, open this door. We have people on the other side. And if this world was unbreathable, had an unbreathable atmosphere, they wouldn't be there not wearing any masks. To breathe. Now open the door up. That's an order. With somebody shouting, but sir, this is crazy. From all scanners say that they've just got their weapons up. Hell, there are 2 people out there. Well, 4 people out there with beams of light coming out of a casing or whatever it was. Hell, these people have other guns. As he just says, oh, fuck. As he barges the guy out of the way, says, "Fine, I'll do it myself." As he hits a button, then rushes to the door, making himself look presentable again. As the door would open up, as they'd see a guy in a dark blue uniform with white stripes in certain places, with a hat with again the symbol of the Systems Alliance. Even though it's the Earth military, that oh well. Details. With him walking out saying, "I am, well, Captain Katsuki Bakugo of the Systems Alliance Navy. I'm also the lieutenant of the ground pounders, as they'll usually call us. I'm looking for this rumored chosen Mandalore the Chosen. I believe he also was the leader of the Mandalorians at some point before he instinctuously left for no apparent reason. Do you know this chosen?" As well, everybody would look towards Deku, as he would walk forward, saying, "Well, Kachan," with his arms out, saying, "Well, Kachan, long time no see, hey? A lieutenant now. Where's that guy who wanted to be a hero all those years ago? Don't tell me that little war on Earth changed you." With him saying, "No one calls me that anymore. No one ever called me that. All apart from one." As he would say this, "Deku, you son of a bitch, get over here." As he would proceed to get off the ship and full on hug Deku. With Deku well, returning the hug in kind. With everybody sort of standing there, scratching their heads, saying, "You two know each other?" As Bakugo would just proceed to say in a monotone, saying, "Know each other? This guy used to beat me at everything. From video games to punching. Hell, even at martial arts he beat me. Deku, jammy sod, where have you been all these years?" As Deku would say, "Well, being a leader of my people, going to a wasteland, training, and coming out stronger than ever. And by the way, the Mandalore the Chosen you're talking about, you're staring at him, buddy." With Bakugo saying, quite literally, "Bullshit. There's no way you're a leader. You're just nothing but a useless nerd." As Deku would just say, "A useless nerd with two weapons that could cleave you in two. In literal under 2 seconds. So I'd watch what you say. And plus, my girlfriend of sorts is standing right next to me. So yeah, I suggest you watch what you say." As Deku gets punched in the back, saying, "Oi, don't forget about us three back here." As he proceeds to say, "Oh right, and my two nephews and my two step nephews and my stepsister as well." As Bakugo would say, just simply scratch his head, saying, "Uh-huh. Right. Yes. Okay. Well, this just got 10 times more awkward. So, yeah. Fancy coming back to Earth anytime soon? Because your fleet's there right now. We just had to pull them out the fire with the Imperials." With Deku proceeding to say, "What do you mean? You just pulled him out of the fire with the Imperials. Well, let's say this. A year or so ago, they got into a very bad firefight with the Imperials. The Imperials had two dreadnoughts, and they were quite clearly kicking the Mandalorians' little booty cheeks from one system to another. Technically speaking, they were still in the same place, but oh well, you get the point. So yeah, do you want to head back to them, back at Earth? Because I think there is a problem and you might need to deal with it. Ezra just says, yeah, I think they finally realised that I'm not the real one leading them. There's a fake version of me leading them, an Imperial agent. She and I are going to have a bit of fun. Mainly, I'm going to have the fun ripping her a new one. Because I want to know every detail about this so-called Inquisitors and this Inquisition, or Imperial Inquisitorius, or whatever they call themselves. As Deku would just say, you're not the only one who wants to know about it. So what do you say, people? Fancy coming to Earth with us? As well, the Ghost Crew says, well, hell yeah, we're coming. In their own sort of way. With, well, Emily and the two boys saying, yeah, might as well. As he says, as Jacob turns to Bakugo saying, meet you there, Katsuki. As he sort of pats him on the back, saying, good job making it to Lieutenant. See you there. As Bakugo would just grin, saying, see you there too, old buddy. See you there too. First one there, last one there's a rotten egg. As Deku would just retort, saying, that would be you already then. As Bakugo would just say, charming person. As he would get on. As everybody would look at him saying, Lieutenant, you knew the guy? As he would say, yes, but I ain't going through the whole details again. Just to tell you guys, me and him were old childhood friends. He vanished when he was 15. So, seeing my old childhood friend again definitely brought up a lot of memories. Now let's get back to the cruiser and get back home. As they would proceed to say, yes sir. Anyway guys, well actually, before we go, somebody somewhere says this. So, you've got new... So, Mandalore the Chosen has finally truly returned. Perhaps the war can start receding better. With him saying, don't you agree? Mr. Nezu. As, well, a small white mouse guy just proceeds to say, indeed, let's see what he can do. And are you proceeding to tell me about this Mandalore, the Chosen character? Indeed. Well, Mr. Kenobi, let's see how much you can tell me before I have to leave this desert planet. I can also point you towards another one of my kind. Small green man by the name of Yoda. I think you will enjoy his company very much. Indeed. And that is now actually where I'm leaving it, guys. If you like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, we all know who those two are. Some of you were actually wondering when I would actually come back to Principal Nezu. Instead of him meeting Yoda first, he meets Ben Kenobi. So yeah. Comment down below what you liked and disliked, and subscribe. Peace.